Who is John Figz?
What's going on? I am John Figz. John Figz is a husband, a father, an MC, an avid hip-hop connoisseur, easygoing, a lion. I am a Leo. Basically, cool motherfucker. I'll laugh with you all day, 23 hours of the day. You fuck with me that 24th, that line's coming out. That's John Figz right there.
Mm-hmm. And John Figz, this is the name that you've chosen as your brand and so forth. What does John Figz actually represent or mean?
John Figz is my government name is Juan Figueroa. I switched it, I flipped it, and Juan Figz, short for Figueroa. You know what I mean? I incorporate that and meshed it up, and shortened this up and flip it, you know what I mean? So I do both. I'm an English and Spanish artist. I speak both languages. Spanish was my first language. And I just decided to flip that. I had tons of different names prior to this, but I said this one right here, let me establish this name. And this represents me well, because what other way to represent yourself than with your own name, you know what
I mean? You do hip hop, you make Spanish music, you just stated. How would you define your music?
True MC shit. Old school hip hop like that, keeping the 5 elements alive, MCing, the b-boy, the graffiti. I used to write graffiti back in the day. For the to DJing, to everything, all elements. You know what I mean? That's what I represent. That's what I represent. You know what I mean? And that's kind of a lost art in today's age, but I hold on, near and dear to it. But you always got to move with the time, so you incorporate everything with what's going on now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing this for some time, I see. So. Who is or was your favorite music artist, and how did that person influence your identity and music career today?
Yo, believe it or not, man, Michael Jackson.
I believe it.
Look at the jacket. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Michael Jackson was the first artist. Bought a tape from. Then I bought a tape of tape. I'm aging myself. Tape. For those that don't know, what tape, you put it in a tape deck, and sometimes it'll get tangled up, you have to get another one. And, yeah, Michael Jackson, I used to listen to a lot of old soul, Al Green. My mother put me onto Isley Brothers. She was more of a soulful person. She would listen to that type of music, and I incorporated all of that, you know what I mean? And, as far as hip hop, my first tape my cousin gave me was Big L. Put It On, featuring Kid Capri. That was my first hip hop, and my introduction to hip hop. I was about 6 years old, and my cousin put me on to that. I'll take that home. B-side was an instrumental. I threw that on, and I was trying to kind of fill in words. That's when it started, around 6, 7 years old. Filling in my own words to, you know what I mean, the instrumental side, the B-side. In the tapes, there was a B-side, you know what I mean? Prior to that, the vinyls also had that. There was an instrumental side to the vinyls, but after that I just started buying more tapes, waiting on Tuesdays for singles to come out, because Tuesdays used to be the day the albums just drop, singles just drop, and just ask my mom, I'm gonna go to the store, give me $5, get a single, whatever was new, you'll make sure they have the instrumental. And that's why I started writing, messing around, goofy rhymes, but you know what I mean.
Of all things you could do or could have done, why did you choose this path and calling as an artist, a rapper, a songwriter?
Man, it just calls me, man. It just, hip-hop, just music, just in general, just calls me. It called me, and it's something you do, brother. It's not something that, it was like, when the teachers, what are you gonna be when you grow up? I'm gonna be a fireman, be a police. I'm like, I wasn't like, I'll be a rapper, you know what I mean? At that age, it was the music thing was an outlet, you know what I mean? Just to share my feelings and just whatever I had enclosed inside, you know what I mean? Just let it out. I could be free, I could be whoever, you know what I'm saying? My first name was the Gutter Man. All I talked about was sex, because that's how I could express myself. You know what I mean? So that was a means, you know what I mean, to just express myself and let it all out, you know what I mean? That's what hip hop's up there. Yo, express your art. You know, every individual has their own identity. Do your thing.
You put out the Don Juan project this year.
Yes.
What are other goals that you have as an artist to come?
Just put more projects out. You know, 2020 has been a difficult year. You know, it's been a hell of a year. But definitely, you know, I linked up actually with my cousins, and we started a podcast, a hip hop podcast called The Advocates. We just started that. You know, began the legs running on that, and man, listen, we talking about hip hop and all the elements and you know, struggles as independent artists and just where the music is headed, you know, so that's out there on YouTube, and you know what I mean, so that's what I'm focusing on.
You mentioned 2020, which was difficult for probably all of us.
The whole world.
Initially, what were your goals for 2020, and did you actually get to achieve them, or were they derailed by the pandemic?
Yeah, the pandemic hit everybody extremely hard. Harder for some, more than others, you know, but 2020, me personally, you know, I had to deal with a lot of just internal conflicts with family, you know. I even had, you know, a close family member, you know, try to commit suicide due to the pandemic and mental issues. And that was really hard on me, and just the family in general. But you know, there's always bumps on the road, right? As they say, and you overcome them, and you know what I'm saying. We here now, you know what I mean? These beautiful people, and you know.
What are your goals for 2020 and moving forward?
Just keep striving, man. Keep going. Keep doing this music thing, and just sharing it with the world. You know what I'm saying? The likes of you guys, you know, Geo, I mean, your brand, things legacy, Papikaiser, you know, just moving, man. Because one thing I learned is life moves on, keeps going. You can't stand still, you know. And we've all done it before, you know. You get caught in certain situations and you stand still. You gotta keep moving. That's one thing I learned in 2020, especially in 2020.
I have to ask you, what are your plans for your next album or EP? You working on something? A couple things?
You know, the writing I always wrote throughout the whole pandemic, but haven't recorded much. Actually, be on the lookout for The Advocates. We're dropping an EP. Myself, Dylan Music, Erupt, we all The Advocates, my cousins. So, yeah, man, we plan to drop that, you know what I'm saying, some hip hop, boom bap. I also have EPs that, you know what I'm saying, that we recorded, me and Geo recorded beginning of the year, before the pandemic happened. And we got some hidden gems there, you know what I'm saying, including yourself, you know what I'm saying? But Geo, man, yeah, you know, going to Geo's like second home, you know what I'm saying? I've been going there, and fun fact, recorded my first 16 at the age of 16 at Geo's crib, which is crazy, you know what I mean? So, shit, 20 years later, we're here. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Let's talk a little bit about you working with Geo. That was a fun fact. I didn't know that. That was pretty dope.
Wow.
Speaking of Geo, who is Geo the Architect to you?
Man, Geo the Architect is all in the name. He's the architect. I'll tell you why, man, because we started out making mixtapes in my boy's basement on actual tapes, recording, pausing, punching the record button, pause. We used to take those tapes, the recordings, take them to Geo's crib, and he would convert them into CDs. Yo, I'm talking fucking Morse language right here to you motherfuckers. A lot of people don't even know what the hell's going on. What, tapes? CDs? What the hell is that? Yo, we used to do that, and he would work his magic. He was the architect, you know what I mean? Make it sound all dull and disrupted on the tape. He'll clean it up, and he'll play it on he'll convert it, transfer it to the CD. We were able to play it in cars and CD and Walkmans and whatever CD players. Man, you know what I'm saying? So that, we take it back to that, and that first 16 I wrote on the spot in Geo's crib. So right there, y'all, I was so comfortable and at ease. I'm like, damn, you know, and I wrote that like in 5 minutes. First 16 ever, which was more like a 32, because I didn't know how to count bars. But, yo, it was insane, man. Just, you know, just the experience, and over the years, just working and working. And he's always been pushing me like, yo, we'll catch up, and be like, yo, he'll touch base, like, yo, what's up? You still writing? You writing? Like, yo, kind of like, yo, the teacher telling us, you got homework, man, what up? You know what I mean? So, yeah, brother.
So, I mean, yes or no? I've imagined you made beats with Geo before, yes?
I'm sorry?
You've made beats with Geo before?
Made beats, yeah. I got my Biz Marquee on, brother.
What's it like making beats alongside of the architect?
Man, it's just a new thing, it's an experience. It's, you know, just working. He put me onto this videos of Timbaland just, his process of making beats with his mouth, and I'm like, damn, I could try that shit. He's like, yo, you try it. And we've been, you know, just rocking out. I have these, my mind is always working 24/7, so I always have these sounds in my head. And I'm like, yo, let me just try to beatbox and shit, because I used to, you know, it's hip hop, you can beatbox. Even if you don't know how to beatbox, one day you'll wake up, yo, I know how to beatbox, you do hip hop. So we started making beats like that, and he does his thing behind that computer that make your shit sound insane. Your voice doesn't even sound like your voice anymore.
Yeah. Right? Hold on. Imaginations, the proud faces, the proud faces, the mad faces, the kinds of faces, the proud faces.
Word.
I like that. You seem to have a lot of time spent with Geo. Give me a favorite moment though. Like if you can dig in the time capsule, give me a favorite moment with Geo the Architect while making a song.
While making a song? Damn, you know what? Just him laughing, because I'll be saying some outlandish shit, and he just fucking cracks up, and I'm like, damn, yo, get back to recording. It'll be like 5 minutes, nigga, yo, you said, I'm like, damn. But you know what I mean? Like just moments like that, you know, and I purposely sometimes write like, yo, this shit's gonna be comical, and then, yo, he'll be like, yo, you said this, it was crazy. Those moments right there, it's just priceless, you know what I mean? Just hip hop is just art and bringing people together, you know what I mean?
All right, I'll name a few things. Making beats, recording, mixing, filming, or editing videos. What do you feel Geo the Architect is greatest at? You have to pick one.
Man, that's hard, because the video and the video editing and all that, that's new to him. And he's mastered that like in a year. It's crazy. Like, you know, he surpassed dudes that have been doing like for 5-6 years. And that's insane, you know what I mean? I mean, when he started, you know, he's like, yo, you know what I mean? I remember I think you had a camera, and he was like, yo, I just got this camera, you know what I mean? From, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? He got this camera, and we're gonna try these things out. So I don't know, the best thing, yo, his mixes are crazy. His mixes will make you sound like a fucking, like radio, like, you know, High 97, you know what I mean, 105.1 type. Like, his mixes are, yo, I say the mixing. Okay. Yeah, he's like, he be mixing some marvelous shit in the studio, you know what I mean, like some gumbo shit he be creating. Throws everything in there.
I want to dive a little deep to your music career. Explain a story that dealt with a dangerous situation that happened within your music career.
dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Oof, man. I say casualty of war, man. You know, I say things could have gotten real ugly between certain camps. You know, me running with certain dudes and them. You know what I mean, causing internal drama between them and me being associated with someone. You know what I mean? Just getting caught up in silly high school girl shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't dangerous, but it was something that it could have gotten real ugly. You know what I mean? Because once you mix music with streets, shit does not work. You gotta pick either or. You can't do both. You know what I'm saying? I chose to do the music years ago, not to be in street shit and gang shit. And, you know what I'm saying? 90% of the dudes I grew up with are in gangs. You know what I mean? And a few of them, and I still say what's up, and I still, you know, hold them close to my heart. But it's something that I'm not gonna be out there wilding out like that with. You know what I mean? So, for the most part, everything's been fun, man. Hip hop has been fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Just killing beats. That's what I'm about. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the end game for you.
Okay. The end game, like the Avengers type shit? Like,
probably a
Sam
little,
finger type shit.
a little less Hollywood, a little more reality in a sense. So, you know, I've known you for a bit, but I've heard you speak on legacy. What does legacy actually mean to you?
Man, and this is funny because when I reconnected with Geo, you know, it was a couple of years I wasn't even recording, and Geo was trying to figure his stuff out too, and then we linked up again, and I'm like, yo, it's not even about fame, it's not about the money, it's nothing about that. You know, at the end of the day, it's about the legacy, leaving something behind. You know what I'm saying? 100 years from now, 200 years from now, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, damn, they're gonna see someone could hear my joint, could see a video, and inspire them. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you was keeping that shit alive. My thing is keeping that hip hop shit alive. You know, that's my thing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Legacy, yeah. You know, for the kids, man, for my kids, you know what I'm saying? They're inspired right now, my kids. You know, they see me, oh, daddy's on TV, you know, now they want to do videos, you know. So that's what it is, man.
Oh, that's beautiful. In regards to your music career, what's your overall dream for it?
Oh man, you know, I started from that pre-internet era, you know what I mean? I was like 2001, 2002, up until like 2006, right before MySpace and all that. Like, yeah, we used to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to travel, we used to perform, and the illest thing to me, the most exciting thing is performing in front of a large crowd. That's the most exciting thing. So, you know, that's always gonna be my love. That's one thing that I hope 2021 that could come back, because quarantine shit sucks. You know, not being able to have large crowds and all that, and just performing, brother. Like, that's my thing. Like, I hope, you know what I mean? And to be honest, we all have a concert together, you know what I mean?
When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
Yo, just that good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude. He was a good friend, family man, just an all-around good dude. You know what I'm saying? He's someone that you could be around with all day long, and just have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So all of those people looking to pursue this journey in music and they desire to be an artist, what wisdom can you provide them, and what should they prepare for to be successful in their music calling?
Hey, yo, tell you this thing, man. You're gonna lose a lot of relationships, whether it be, you know what I mean, loved ones, family time, it's gonna be, you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, all that's out the window. You know what I'm saying? You pursuing this, you're gonna lose friends over this, you're gonna, it's total dedication. And work on your craft, perfect your craft, work on your craft every day. Man, this is a tough one. This is a tough journey. It's one of those things, man. It's one of them things that, you know what I mean, you have to be prepared at all times, 24/7. And you gotta be able to love it, have the passion for it. You know what I'm saying? Passion, it's all about passion.
Passion.
Yeah, man.
What advice would you give yourself at age 15?
At age 15, shit, I was wild at 15. 15, go trust your gut. At 15, trust your gut. You know what I'm saying? Go full on. Just, you know, dive into this game head first. You know, forget about everything. Just do it 24/7. Just focus on the music if this is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people say, you know, go to school, fuck school. I'm sorry, but if this is what something you want to do, something you want to do at 15, I would have told myself, yo, go hard with this music shit. For real.
All right. Being that it looks like you're gonna receive an award right now, who would you say could play you in a movie about your life?
Who could play me in a movie? Damn. Let me see. Shit. Yo, get that dude from The Arrow. You know that show, The Arrow? Get that dude from The Arrow. Yo. Oh, it's just slight resemblance. I don't know. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Boy, yo. Yo. Yeah, get the dude from The Arrow. He's about, you know, I'm like 5'11", 6 feet and shit. He's about that.
Last question for you. If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
Woo! Yo. Girls, the ladies telling me what's up. You telling me you wanna lick this on a hot summer day. Now, yo, you know what I'm saying? That butter pecan Regan, now but I'm Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and that's one thing again. That butter pecan Regan, you know what I'm saying? That rum raisin. Get that lick in and get drunk at the same time. Damn. That's a good one. My man said ice cream. Wow, y'all wild, man.
We good?
Yo.
You good, bro?
Yo, first of all, I want to thank God for this award. Yo, y'all some funny motherfuckers.
Good shit, bro.
Yo.
Mafioso. Yo. I was born and raised in Queens. I don't say raised, I say reign. Cause I reign supreme, release the potent the logic is. They on thin nights like hockey sticks, tired of being modest in this game full of snakes and vultures. Jungle created boasters, make no mistake, everything that glitters ain't gold. I'm into this show, expose those living the hoax. You know the ones that mimic and gloat. I ain't lying, I'm a lion, never call me the goat. Sheep's the masses, they peaking massive, but can never reach no matters. I'm leaving laughing like a fiend trying to feed his habit. My quest to bring peace, lift feet with the speech like magic, defeating malice, doing me with passion. For your subs ain't subtle, you can hate it or love it. And you're raising the bar, I'm spotting y'all cause I'm way above it.
Taking care of your fam, now that's gangsta. Executing your plans, now that's gangsta. Not letting anyone or anything derail you from your initial goals without having to fold. Gangsta. Taking care of your fam, now that's gangsta. Executing your plans, now that's gangsta. Not letting anyone or anything derail you from your initial goals without having to fold. Gangsta.
I'm from a place where those that come home from jail get celebrated, and those in school get laughed at for graduating. Infatuated with pistol madness, you could get snuffed and robbed for a chicken sandwich. It's a race to the finish for strength, roast some spinach. I'm Popeye, no beefing like vegans, won't catch you with Five Guys. Stay by myself, and there's sharks in waters. I'm swimming like Phelps since a youngin'. I never asked for help, can't rely on the soul. In 2020, I'm out for the gold and provide for my wife and 3 kids. A strong family man, 24/7. There's no weekends here. Even through depression, I never disappeared. So let's get one thing clear: he does his thing. None of y'all can ever check this king. Lyrics and hooks maneuver like bishops and rooks. Hold your position with precision like you catching a joke.
Taking care of your family, now that's gangsta. Executing your plans, now that's gangsta. Not letting anyone or anything derail you from your initial goals without having to fold, gangsta. Taking care of your family, now that's gangsta. Executing your plans, now that's gangsta. Not letting anyone or anything derail you from your initial goals without having to fold, gangsta. Now that's gangsta. Now that's gangsta. Gangsta. Gangsta.
We only got one life, but baby, it won't last
Cilla
forever.
Ramos.
Cilla Ramos is your next favorite artist.
Okay. So Cilla Ramos being the next favorite artist, viewers, listeners, supporters, fans would like to know what Cilla Ramos, what do you represent? What does it mean?
Well, I represent a girl from Queens with big dreams, big goals, and I'm just here to inspire and acquire and conquer.
Beautiful. How would you define your music for us?
My music, diverse. I like to do different things. I love R&B. I fell in love with R&B, but I used to love Spanish music before any English music, but then I fell in love with R&B. But yeah, I like to dive into maybe like EDM, house kind of vibes too. I actually loved country as a young child too, so yeah, for me it's all about being able to do a little bit of everything and being able to just be different. I don't want you guys to assume that I'm gonna bring the same thing to the table every single time I release something, so yeah, diversity.
Were there any favorite music artists of yours that played a role in influencing your identity in your music career today?
Definitely. Number one, Beyonce. What's this name? Beyonce, I love her. She is so strong vocally, and I definitely look up to that. Aaliyah, I love Aaliyah for her style. She was a flaquita like me, so I resonate with that. Who else? Definitely, I would say Shakira and J-Lo. I used to look at their dance videos when I was younger and like belly dance in the mirror and stuff, you know. So yeah, I would say those artists. Oh, and Rihanna, for sure. I love her freedom. I love how risky she is, especially with fashion, how she combines fashion and music together. I definitely aspire to be at that level one day.
That's a long list of legends.
Yeah.
I like. I have to ask you though, why did you choose this path and calling as a musician?
Why? It's funny because I never actually wanted to be a singer. I just did that as a way of escaping reality, I guess. You know, we all go through things growing up, so yeah, that was just my way of escaping and being happy, and people started telling me I was good at it, and I was like, really? And then it built up from there, you know. My father is actually a singer as well. He was in a mariachi band, which is very dear to my heart because I love Selena, so that's my Mexican side for me. And yeah, it's just something that I guess just came naturally to me. So it doesn't really ever feel like work, you know? So yeah, I'd rather do that. Like if I wasn't getting money, if money wasn't a factor in life, I would still do music. So yeah.
When did you discover your passion for music?
My passion for music, I would say when I was about 9 years old. I used to love singing before that, but I feel like at 9 years old I was kind of like starting to build my own identity, like, you know, growing up. And yeah, around that age, definitely. I started writing little poems, little raps and stuff like that. It evolved to writing songs and practicing my vocals more when I was home alone or in the bathroom. And now I'm here.
When did you realize you were going to take your music career seriously?
I would say, I forgot what age I was, but around 2015, I really started taking things more seriously. I enrolled myself in audio engineering school. I wanted to take control of my craft and learn how to record myself, learn how to speak the audio engineering language so I could communicate better with my engineer and create better things.
What are your greatest strengths as an artist?
My greatest strengths? I hate the strengths and weakness question. I would say my greatest strength has to be the diversity, because I'm always going to keep you entertained and surprised. My songwriting, I write all of my music. What else? My vocals for days. What else is my strength? I don't know. I think that's it. Major keys.
You spoke on songwriting. What does it mean and how important is it to you?
Songwriting is extremely important for me because I love being original. I haven't really had anybody write something for me, maybe once or twice, but that's like old things that never really came out, never got released. And also, songwriting is a way for me to express myself. I'm not really good verbally like that. For me, it's better like to take my time and to think about things and to write it down. I put a lot of emotion into the things that I write, depending on my mood. You know, if I'm writing a sad song, I'm gonna pour my heart into that. If I'm writing a fun song, still gonna pour my heart into that, but obviously in a different way. But yeah, I think it's very important to write your own stuff and practice that, so you can really deliver a real part of yourself. And I feel like it's more satisfying too when you release music and you know that you had your hand in it, you know what I mean? It's just more special.
Can you explain your process when you are writing a song?
When I'm writing, okay. Before I used to like writing alone. I never used to like writing around people because, well, I'm shy. I get anxiety. But recently, as of the ending of 2019, I feel like something kind of shifted. I started writing in the studio while I was making beats with my engineer. And once I learned that I was capable of doing that, once I put my guard down and just was vulnerable in the studio, I was able to take it to another level and work faster, more efficiently. And it was inspiring because I was like inspiring myself, you know? Like, wow, girl, what, you killing it right now, so let's go. Let's keep doing it every session, you know? So, yeah.
So, your brand name is Cilla Ramos.
Yes.
What's your regular name?
My regular name is Cilla Ramos. My mom named me, obviously. My middle name is, I believe, after my sister Esther, so it's Stephanie. You know, my mom is Dominican as fuck, so she couldn't just choose Stephanie. It has to be Stephanie, but okay, I fuck with it.
How do you balance life and priorities as Priscilla and Cilla Ramos?
That's definitely hard for me right now. I would say that's one of my struggles right now because sometimes I could be a little too focused in my music and my craft that I forget about my personal life, you know? So I'm still like learning how to balance that.
Was there ever a time you had to make sacrifices for your music career? And what were they? Feel free to just name like 2.
Sacrifices. Relationships. I feel like I sacrifice a lot of my relationships, not only because I can be an introvert sometimes, but yeah, like I said, the whole thing with balancing my personal life with my music, I just tend to be so focused in my music. You know, I get really lost in that.
Have you ever thought of switching careers?
Honestly, making music is definitely a priority right now, but I'm wise enough to know that's not what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life. So I just hope that wherever I go after this journey, that I'm still in the art field, music field, because I don't only sing. I also do songwriting, I do dancing, I low-key choreograph dancing. I like to paint, I like to do makeup, hair, nails, a lot. I love to create, so I feel like regardless where I go, I'm gonna be creating, so I'll be happy.
How many music videos have you done in 2020?
2020, the first video that I dropped 2020 was Siempre with Papikaiser. Then I did a quarantine style home music video for one of my songs, Rose Thorn. I'm trying to remember what other video I did. I believe I did Busca with Papikaiser too from our EP La Mezcla. And I'm working on another video I'm not gonna tell you guys about yet. You guys will see very soon. Oh shit! I forgot Paradise. When I went to Florida with Kaiser and Geo to do Siempre, I shot Paradise. Also another song on my EP, The Blossom.
What's the toughest thing you seem to deal with? What's the toughest thing you seem to deal with when making a song?
The toughest thing, I would say creating for me or creating for other people. Because when you're creating original things, not everybody is gonna like that sound. A lot of people gravitate to what's on the radio. So when I make songs, I could feel some type of way and want to vent and stuff, but then I view studio time as very valuable and I want to make the best of it. So then it's like, damn, but should I make a song that I know people are gonna like? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I struggle with that when making songs.
I see. Have you ever felt like giving up on pursuing your artistry?
No, that's funny, sorry. No, definitely not. I definitely have my moments of doubt, but I feel like I've done too much and I've came too far to just stop now. So I'm just gonna keep going, you know? I believe in myself.
Beautiful. You did mention earlier that you've had to sacrifice relationships and people and this and the third.
Yeah.
The journey as an artist, someone who's constantly elevating themselves, haters, do you have them and how do you handle them?
Gio's looking at me like, haters. I actually haven't had much haters in life, honestly. I feel like I'm a nice person. I don't really give people a reason to not like me. Maybe I had some bullies in junior high. Nowadays, I believe I've gotten some comments on my Instagram of people leaving hateful comments, but I just block them. Maybe I'll reply to them and be like, you know, F you or SMD or something, but normally I would just block and then I'll just do my makeup and take some selfies and remind myself that I'm the baddest. And I can't be stopped by negative comments. It just makes me want to work harder. So the more people keep hating, I'm just going to keep elevating. So, you know?
You kill them with success.
Exactly.
If you had one day left to live, how would you spend it?
Shit. That's a hard one. I guess I would have to start my day by, you know, smoking a little L. Maybe some shots, you know, spend some time with my mom, cook, hit up Geo to see if he's available for a session, and make a song, you know. I definitely, on my last day, I want to make a song, the most fire song ever.
I'm available for a feature. What's the funniest thing that happened to you recently?
The funniest thing that happened to me recently? Oh my gosh. I was doing a photo shoot with my sister Jada not that long ago. We was trying to get some 2021 pics, some new pics, and we were doing well, everything went great, and as soon as we were leaving the studio, we were rushing to get in an Uber, and I busted my ass coming out of that studio. My knees literally fell right on the concrete, and I had 2 big ass bruises and a scrape right here, and I could not walk for like a few days. I felt like I was going to die, but I'm here, I survived. You know, God didn't want me to stop, so I ain't stopping yet.
What year of your life would you redo and why?
What year of my life would I redo? None. I would not redo a thing, not even the things I regret the most, you know, like any mistake that I made, it made me who I am today, so I feel like I wouldn't be the same if I didn't go through what I went through in any years of my life, you know? So I wouldn't change a thing.
What were the most meaningful things a fan said about your music or a song that you made?
I guess when people tell me that I have a unique style, that means a lot to me. Because again, with the diversity, like that's just really important to me. I don't want people to associate Cilla Ramos with, you know, mediocre things, you know? So when people tell me, wow, you have a unique style, keep going, I really fuck with your music, like that makes a difference. I feel like that pumps me up a bit, and it makes me wanna just keep being creative. So yeah, definitely those comments.
What has it been like working on collaborations with artists this year?
Definitely fun. Definitely fun and challenging, because whenever you're working with another artist, it's like a whole different perspective on their end, you know? And you gotta blend your perspective and their perspective together to make something magical. So yeah, I feel like that process is definitely joyful. You get to see new things, experience new things, learn new things. I learn from a lot of people. I'm like a sponge. Everywhere I go, like, I draw inspiration from so many things. So it's definitely beneficial when you collaborate with the right artist.
What are the most meaningful parts of your music journey so far?
The most meaningful parts of my music journey. It definitely has to be when I'm creating with the people I love around me. Because I can't do everything by myself, you know? So whenever everybody's joined together, like even right now, you know, we're doing this whole interview thing and everybody's getting their own time to shine, but we're all here together. So these are the times that are the most meaningful for me, because, you know, we're all working towards something. We're all working towards the same thing, and it's just a beautiful feeling.
You've mentioned Geo a couple of times.
Yeah, he alright.
What's it like working with The Architect?
Oh my God, it's so annoying. Like, you have no idea. I'm playing. Geo is he's an amazing person, an amazing music producer and engineer. He's definitely a part of the reason that I've grown. I feel like every time that we create something, whenever we make a new beat, write a new song, we just keep getting better, you know? And I'm definitely grateful for him because he not only helps me with music, but with videos as well. And that's something that's very new to me. I just started doing music videos this year, officially, so. Yeah, I love Geo. He's one of the biggest, how do I say it? I don't know what to say. He's just fucking awesome. That's all I can say. He's the man, he's the MVP.
Okay, awesome. So speaking of awesome, we all know he's good at making beats, recording, mixing, filming, editing videos.
Yes.
What do you feel The Architect is most awesome at in regards to those?
Most awesome at? Making beats.
Making beats?
For sure. Most awesome at making beats because that man can put together something just real quick. Like that session just be going by mad fast. We got the beat down quick. I'm writing while he's making the beat. We're done in like almost 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely amazing at making beats, sampling. I feel like when I tell him what I'm feeling, he just makes it happen in the computer with the piano and all that. So, yeah.
What advice would you give Geo The Architect that would help him enhance his skills?
I would tell him to stop talking shit about me, because that will help him a little bit, you know? I'm just playing. I don't know, I guess just to keep being open, because he's not just working with us, you know, me, Nova, Figz, he's gonna be working with other artists soon, so he's dealing with different personalities, so as long as he's open, I feel like the artist will learn from him and he will learn from the artist too. So, yeah.
Who's working with other artists? Are you proud of what you've done and where you are in your life right now?
See, I'm definitely proud of what I've done and where I am, but I am my biggest critic, and I'm always gonna feel like I can do better and improve. There's always room for improvement. So, of course, when I create, I appreciate it. I see what I've done, I take all of it in, but then I'm like, all right, so you did good, but now what's next? You know, how are you gonna top this? So, that's my mentality.
You know the journey of an artist, we go, we fall, we get back up.
Yeah.
What was the greatest lesson you've learned so far from being an artist and from your music career?
Greatest lesson? I'm not really sure. I guess I don't really think I've learned a big lesson, honestly. I feel like I've been doing my best to do things right when it comes to making music and taking certain decisions in my career. So let me see, maybe with marketing myself, learning how to promote myself better, for sure, because I feel like you can make fire music, but if you don't put it out the right way and you don't appeal to your audience, it's not gonna get anywhere. So I think that would probably be one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year.
Cilla Ramos, when it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
What do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for doing what I love and making something out of nothing, because I come from nothing. So yeah, that's definitely what I want to be remembered for, and I want people to associate me with not giving up, with striving to do your best, not letting anything hold you back, no insecurity, nothing, no nigga, no hater, no bitch, nothing, you know what I'm saying? So Yeah, I'm a really big advocate for positivity and believing in yourself no matter what. So that's definitely what I want to be remembered for.
Beautiful. Good shit.
Hey.
Right.
Alrighty. Hey, popped one. Pop another one.
Yeah, I was raised an only child and I never once felt neglected. Visions as a youngin', I thank you, God got the message. Others mention I inspire, yeah really I'm just a vessel. It's a blessing, I'm deliberate on what I give my attention. Okay, I mean I hear you but I don't feel your perspective. You want it but I'm chosen, so watch how you talk to legends. If I want it, I ain't waiting, I'm planning
Queen
to
Bee.
go
Well, that's me, first of all. Queen Bee is a powerful, strong, determined, can't tell her anything woman, a force of nature.
What is the main reason you chose to walk the path of Queen Bee?
I feel like I'm walking my own path. I feel like I'm walking the path that I was destined to walk in. So I feel like everything that I'm doing is something that I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like I'm just following my destiny. And I'm following what the universe has planned for me. So I feel like I'm just following the universe and letting it lead me to what I need to be doing.
Do you have a passion for music?
I definitely have a passion for music.
When did you discover your passion for music?
My passion for music, I discovered it, well, it was discovered for me when I was a newborn. The only way I would fall asleep is if you danced bachata. No, not bachata, it was merengue at that time. So the only way I would fall asleep is if you danced me to sleep. So music has been a part of my life since I was born. It's something that helps me with my feelings and it's just one of my biggest passions.
What would you say some of your greater strengths are?
My greatest strength would be my passion, my determination, my loyalty, the way I love. I love very hard, and when I love, I give it my all. And just the will for life. I just want to be happy and I just want to continue and do what I need to do to make my time here on earth more pleasurable.
What are a few goals you have for Queen Bee?
Some of my goals I would say would be working on BeTheVoice.com, getting a network of everyone that I can, of creatives, spreading my knowledge and helping everyone that I can, and just expanding from where I'm at now.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years within your career?
In 5 years, I would just say building more from where I'm at now, getting more ahead in what I'm trying to do, building a bigger network, connecting more people, and just being there for all the individuals that I'm there for.
What are your core values?
Let's see, my core values would be honesty is one of them, for sure. Loyalty, love, truth, I think, and respect. Respect is definitely one of my core values.
What have been some meaningful parts of your journey so far?
Well, in my career, Meaningful parts would be being able to put together events and create a platform for the artists that I work with, being able to get the right people together to create more of a network and expand people's careers, just being able to be there for people and doing things that other people don't do for them, creating a platform that isn't created for them and being able to help people expand their careers.
Legacy. What does it mean to you?
Legacy. To me, legacy is what you leave behind. It is what you will be remembered for. It is what you leave the youth. It is what you want to be remembered for and the energy that you leave behind when your body is no longer here.
What has been the greatest lesson learned from being in your position?
The greatest lesson I've learned is consistency and determination. If you want it, then you have to be determined and not let anything get in your way. And you have to be consistent. So if you consistently work on it, you will get further than if you don't, pretty much.
Would you say you've had more success than losses in your career?
I would say so because I don't count losses as negative. They teach you things. It always helps you to get better for the next time. So I think I have a lot more wins and losses.
Are you proud of what you've done and where you're at in life right now?
Yes, I'm proud of myself. What I've done, yeah. I toot my own horn sometimes.
When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for the love that I gave. I want to be remembered for being the person who you can always count on. I want to be remembered for my honesty and my realness and just being a queen in every sense of the word. I want to be remembered for being a light that walks into a room instead of like a darkness. I want to be remembered for all the good things.
If you were an ice cream flavor, what flavor would you be?
I mean, I think I look like a cherry, but I like vanilla. But I definitely look like cherry, so maybe I'm cherry. But I like vanilla.
You taste like cherry too. If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Oh, superpower. That one's a hard one. I want to fly. That's what I want to do. I think it would be dope to be able to go anywhere. Like, you know what? Right now, I think I'm gonna go to Paris, and just go to Paris. You know what I'm saying? Or like, if I don't want to be here right now, just be like, bye guys, and just go home. In 2 seconds. So flying is definitely a superhero trait I want, and if the vaccine's gonna give me that, then.
All right. Say 15 years down the line, you've helped hundreds of artists. You've helped them excel at their careers, and you've done so much within your career. Who's going to play your role in the movie of your life?
Cardi B. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't know. I think that's valid. I think she'd make my songs. Yeah. We're gonna hire Cardi B for my role. I think she would bring the most flavor because you cannot have a bland person play me. You need somebody with a lot of spice. So for now, we're gonna say Cardi B.
Focused on myself, I had to never mind what they say. Heard the world is yours and let my mind become the gateway. So, what's clout worth to a legend? I ain't gotta tell a story, let my catalog tell it. I don't tell them about the merch, I let a photograph sell it. I ain't screaming out my name, I let my fan base yell it. From the 3rd floor to multi-city tours and more, I really put it down. Watch me floor to floor, until my name ring bells, I mean door to door. I've been the man of the hour way before V4.
ain't used to doing shit productive. Funny how the broke one always with the fun shit. If I ain't getting paid, yeah. I made a call around noon, got some chicken, that's a luncheon. If I ain't getting paid, you won't find me at the function. I ain't being bougie about it, I'm just hustling. There ain't no debating about it, ain't no discussions. Then I started losing friends, repercussions. I'm putting all my cards on the table, no assumptions. A lot of money tax, a lot more, no deductions. Forever fake ballin' till I pull up on them dunking. For the days I was in my room recording mixtapes. For the days I was taking mega bucks to switch states. For the days they hit me with the you ain't gon' be shit face. For the days I'ma ask them, tell me how the shit tastes. I dream big.
Who is Teemonee?
Teemonee is I as a man for the people.
What does the Teemonee brand represent? What does it mean?
Well, Teemonee represents, I guess, like people that come from a place that they say people don't make it out of. But that's Teemonee. Teemonee's the hustle. MG, Money Game, is just us, like people for the people.
You do hip hop music. How would you define your music for your listener?
Lifestyle rap. I do what I feel like doing, and a lot of times I just find that I'm just rapping about things that are actually going on daily, but putting it in a fun way. Not necessarily things where, like, you might not listen to it and be like, yo, yeah, this shit is hard. Yo, you hear this shit? You know, it's more like, yo, this shit is a vibe. Like, this nigga's really talking right now.
Who are some of your favorite music artists growing up, and how did they influence your identity and or your music?
Favorite artists growing up, it's like Eminem growing up. We're talking about, I don't even remember what year that was, but like when the Marshall Mathers LP came out, had that on cassette. We're that old. And, yeah, I mean, like, him, for instance, like, I feel like he really showed people that, like, you can really just get on a song and, like, say whatever you have to say. And people are still gonna rock with it. Because, I mean, I was like, I don't know. I was born in 92, so y'all do math. But whatever age I was at that time, I was just like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, this, I don't know. I was new to music at the same time, so I didn't really feel like people were really doing it like that. Not that I knew it. But then, like, really, like, here, today, and now, and also since that time, it's been Jadakiss the whole time. Like, gotta give them his props.
How long have you been rapping for?
I've been rapping since, like, over a decade. Yeah, over a decade.
What would you say your core values as a music artist?
Being real. My core value is, I mean, like, that's just it. It's like if real were an umbrella, obviously, like, there's quite a few things that can go under, like, being real. But being real is, like, definitely it. There's this, like, the realness just isn't there, in my opinion, a lot of the times. So, core value, number one value.
Jumping a little bit into the process of you making music, how do you prepare yourself when writing to a beat?
There's no process. Preparing me to write to the beat is putting the beat on. That is the process. Nothing else behind it. I don't have to, like, do certain things before I write. I don't have to, like, be in places to just put the beat on and see where it takes me.
Have you ever felt like giving up on pursuing your career as an artist?
No, never felt like giving up. Give up for what? There's not even that much I could say in response to that. It's crazy.
Unexpected changes within your music career. Explain to us a story. Like, how did it happen? What did you do about it? How did you deal with it mentally, emotionally?
Unexpected changes. The only unexpected change that's like really been kind of crazy to me is 2020, COVID-19. Really, that's it. There was just, at the top of the year, we had a whole fucking lineup of shit, like pretty much to last, until like summer, like end of summer, early fall. And the virus kind of messed everything up. In terms of like alternatives and things, the only thing that I didn't do this year was tour. I can't really say I came up with an alternative for that because I didn't do live concerts on the internet. So I just kept pushing, the music still goes, and just like doing different things. So, still being active, but also, eliminating certain aspects.
2020, as you said, you had a lineup ready, and perhaps that didn't work out, but we did notice that you've been taking to your community. You want to talk to us a little bit about, how that played into effect, and what made you even want to do that?
Yeah. Well, truthfully, like, we all need help, whether we admit it or not. In some way or fashion, we all need help. And really, I'm the kind of person that, like, if I see that you need help and I can help you, I'm going to help you. That's just it. So with that being said, it's a small group of us, and we really just like do a lot for. We do things for a lot of people, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And we were giving out like face masks, hand sanitizer. There's a lot of people that can't go outside. There were a lot of people that were scared to go outside, realistically. You know what I'm saying? So, masking up and like actually going like door to door, like actually like there's photos of this on my Instagram, like pumping the hand sanitizers into the bottles ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like putting masks in bags, like delivering those masks to those people, like door to door. And if they didn't want to answer the door, we just put it in front of the door. But like, hey, we're here. You have people that care and are willing to help.
I done sold a lot of things, but I'd never sell my soul. Gotta read the details, I'd never sell control. Why divide the pie if I already got the whole? Homie, I done built the bridge for y'all to pay the toll. When COVID go away, I'm right back to doing shows. Posters in the city, places people pay to go. Wanna get it how I get it, gotta pay to play to know I am who I am, I got no time to play a role. And I don't talk a lot unless I'm talking about my goals. I ain't fabricating shit unless I'm talking about some clothes. I don't post much, a lot of things they'll never know. Doing digits in my Beamer, watching out for the patrol. Blue and white, on the road to success, I done blew some lights. I hustle in the day
and I can help you, I'm going to help you. That's just it. So with that being said, it's a small group of us, and we really just like do a lot for. We do things for a lot of people, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And we were giving out like face masks, hand sanitizer. There's a lot of people that can't go outside. There were a lot of people that were scared to go outside, realistically. You know what I'm saying? So, masking up and like actually going like door to door, like actually like there's photos of this on my Instagram, like pumping the hand sanitizers into the bottles ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like putting masks in bags, like delivering those masks to those people, like door to door. And if they didn't want to answer the door, we just put it in front of the door. Like, hey, we're here. You have people that care and are willing to help. So there was like a mix of that, just like, MTA came out with this thing that they were gonna start fining people who didn't have masks on public transportation, set up a little spot at the bus stop, started giving everybody face masks and hand sanitizer right there at the bus stop, just to make sure, you know. If you don't use it today, use it tomorrow. If you don't need it, give it to somebody else that does.
Aside from the obvious, for Teemonee or Tamik Williams, what were the biggest challenges you've had to face in 2020?
I can't really say I had big challenges to face this year. Big is subjective.
You have quite a few bodies of work in your catalog. What song, album, or EP do most Teemonee fans like?
I don't even know. You'd have to ask them. Yeah, you'd have to ask them. Thankfully, I have like supporters who, if I put it out, they're rocking with it. You know, thankfully, like it's that at this point, and not, you know, yo, I like this song from, I don't like this one because on this one he sounds like this, on that one he sounds like that. You know, like thankfully that's not something that I have to deal with right now. So it's just a mix. I'm in a very good position where like if I put it out, people like it. Because I mean, like I don't feel like my music comes with like some sort of expectation, because like if you listen to me, you know what I mean, you know that I'm not gonna be fake, you know what I mean, I'm not a fraud. Like I'm just, when you turn it on, you're gonna know, all right, we about to figure out why he hasn't been posting on Instagram. We're about to figure out why he's not on Twitter. We're about to figure out why he doesn't respond to our text messages. You know what I mean? Like why I don't pick up the phone. So I think that everything hits in its own way. So I don't, you know. Ask me the fun questions. What are my favorite drugs? I'm just kidding.
I don't think you have any.
Thank you. A cup of foam.
Some champagne with a good styrofoam.
You put the cup down, baby.
I'm ready. Are you ready? Well, we're gonna cut this. Are you ready? Ready?
Sure.
Shit. Cut.
What are you trying to achieve long term with your music?
What am I trying to achieve long term with my music is longevity. I want, long term, I just want people to understand that like, it's cool to go through things. It's cool to distance. It's cool to just be real, be yourself. You know, like you don't have to like do certain things because like it's the in thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want people to realize that like you can be your own person and you can do and accomplish like whatever you want to accomplish while being your own person. You don't need to sound like the radio because the radio was hot. You don't need to do what they doing in the music video because that's what goes viral. Yeah, and you definitely don't need to say anything that's going to get you into some kind of trouble, but you know, you know that's going to do numbers. It's crazy.
What would you do if you were the only survivor in a plane crash?
That would be crazy. I would write a song about that shit immediately. If the plane crashed and I was the only survivor, well, first I would try to figure out why or how and where I'm at. I don't know where it goes from there. I have no idea.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, I don't know where I would go from there. Why? I never thought about some shit like that.
If you had one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, to teleport. I would teleport. I would be a DBZ character and I would have instant transmission so that I can stop being late. Because I'm always late. I'm always in traffic.
Expected when you're on the go somewhere.
From the couch to the studio.
What advice would you give to Meek at age 15?
The advice that I'd give myself at age 15, I would just say go harder. I'd just say go harder. At 15, I was already doing a lot. At 15, people that knew me at 15 would tell you that I was going crazy. And me today, I would go back to my 15-year-old self and say go even harder. You know, like I made all the necessary moves at that time. And then, you know, I did some extra. I'd probably take out a little bit of the extracurricular stuff. But all of that made me who I am today.
You have a lot of music videos. Out of all your music videos, which is your favorite?
My favorite music video. My favorite music videos of myself right now are between Nothing Like Me and Stay Focused. Yeah, I think Nothing Like Me, Nothing Like Me, like it's just a vibe, you know, between the song and the video. And then Stay Focused also, like I just feel like Stay Focused had like a good message behind it, and the spot that the video was shot was like also like pretty symbolic to me, off the strength that like a couple months prior I had did a performance there with Pusha Cream, Reachingnova. So, you know, and Stay Focused was actually inspired by a line, you know, from Reachingnova, and it's just something that he, you know, says all the time, you know what I'm saying? And so to go back to Tampa and shoot Stay Focused in the spot that we performed months prior, like I just thought that was dope. Like the message behind it is just fire.
The message. Hey, that was the name of the song we had.
See what I did there?
It's fire. What has it been like working on collaborations with artists this year?
It's been cool. Working on collaborations with artists this year have been cool. I did a project with Reachingnova earlier this year, which is on Legends out now, stream now, which was a dope experience, us putting that together. Outside of that, I didn't really do that many features this year.
From when you started your music career to right now, explain how it's been for you. The good, the bad, the losses, the achievements, best moments, growth for Tameek Williams, growth for Teemonee.
Plenty of good things happen. I mean, like, music has taken me places. Not just like in terms of business, but like physically taking me places. First time I went to, like I only got my passport so that I can go perform in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did make music, who knows when I would have made it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a good thing. Like music definitely takes me places. I definitely travel a lot for music, whether it be traveling for sessions or traveling for shows. Being able to influence people is great. Bad parts, I mean, not too many bad parts. Shady contracts, weird business. It's with bad contracts, shady business, lots of friends, but I mean, when you go back and like do the math and shit, it's like all the signs were there. They were never really good people, but you know, so that's really it. But it's definitely been like a growing experience for me.
So since we're on the subject, before we close out, dealing with the negatives, for example, losses, bad quality recordings, bad mixes, bad comments, negative comments, money losses, bad investments, friends, foes, business relationships, how did you handle it? And what would you do now to prevent or prepare from it happening again?
Right, what did I do to what? You said, what did I do to?
So like dealing with negatives, for example, like...
No, but tell me exactly what you said.
Oh, like how did you handle those negatives and what would you do now to prevent or prepare it from happening?
Yeah, so the way that I handled the negatives was I realized that every time I get into a weird situation, it's because I did something with somebody else. Every single time. When I do things myself, there's never any weird situations. Because who am I going to be weird with? Myself? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like I learned that like, you just can't, everybody cannot be a part of everything. And for that reason, there's just no including everybody in everything because everything is not for everybody.
You're very forward thinking. For Teemonee, legacy, what is it to you?
That's tough. We're gonna get back to that one later.
Alright, well, there's only one other one. When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
No, I just want to be, remembered as, if, as an individual though, outside of music. If nobody else kept it real with you, I did. That's it.
I lied, there is another question. You've been doing this for quite some time. I have to ask, who has helped you grow as an artist throughout your music career? Maybe not one person.
Yeah.
Uncle.
I mean, like, I have like a very small, like very few people that I could say. Most significantly though, I would say my grandmother. My grandma is like, she holds it down. No shade to Mom, I love you, no shade. But my grandma, she holds it down. Remember like when I first started, she gave me the space. She gave me, we bought the equipment. I don't really know what I was doing. I just had an idea of what I wanted to do. And yeah, just like her, seeing where I've taken it from like the time when I was like 10 or whatever age I was, you know what I'm saying, to where it is now. That helped me a lot.
Yes. And the pendulum swings. Legacy, what does it mean for you?
Legacy for me is just impact. It's impact. Legacy is, what did you do? In my legacy, I don't want it to say that I did everything, but I just want it to be known that I did what I felt was important.
Thank you for being here with us.
Amen, man. Yo, man. I'm gonna have to drink.
do it so well. I'm getting to it, ain't hard to tell. Trophies, I'm taking that. Ain't no escaping that. These niggas been hating that. I cannot take it better. It's a winner circle, got some medals on me. Always winning if you ever betting on me. Getting money every time you checking on me. Looking clean, but I keep a weapon on me. Cause I'm from the hood, I've been around the block. Music round the world, I do it round the clock. Billy tossing bread, still a birdie's flock. You can learn German in my pocket spot. Bitch, I'm from the hood, I've been around the block. Music round the world, I do it round the clock. Billy tossing bread, still a birdie's flock. You can learn German when I'm on your block.
It's only trophies when we grind here. Winning circle, we be winning all the time, yeah.
Summer tapes, PK 2020. It's gonna fuck the winner.
Hey, you ain't hit me up till you wanna fuck. And now you getting mad, I don't feel the loss. Tryna chase some money, want the Bentley truck. Cause I ain't find love, baby, not at all. Gotta stay focused when you tryna ball. Man, my city with me, tryna make me fall. Always on my feet, always being boss. You know the ladies notice when they see my car.
Who is Papikaiser?
So, Papikaiser is a man of many flows.
What does Papikaiser represent or mean?
So, alright, Papikaiser represents Latino Americans. He represents Puerto Ricans. And what does PK mean? It means the head of the Holy Romans. So if you search up Kaiser, Kaiser is the head of the Holy Romans. My last name is Roman, so I'm pretty much the head of the Holy Romans. So I put that right there, you know? So that's who I am, pretty much.
Talk to us a little bit about your music and how diverse you can get. Then tell us what.
Okay, so my music,
you would define
right?
your music
how
as.
I describe myself is like a chameleon, like a shapeshifter. Like I don't really like just like this style. I like everything. Like I don't listen to this genre. I listen to everything. So I pretty much do everything: reggaeton, rap, hip hop, R&B, rock. I'm actually gonna do some rock stuff. So I don't know. I'm pretty like. I just like everything. Like even with fashion, like I don't just like wear one style. Like I like doing everything.
Who are some of your favorite music artists who personally influenced you in your music career today?
That's hard. That's hard. I like Mark Anthony. You know, I like that his style. Like he has the suit and the long hair, and it's just like that gives me that Tanya Montana vibe. I don't know. I like that style. I could say he inspired me. I like his vocals. I keep it simple. I just give you one artist.
Why did you choose this path and calling as a musician, Papikaiser?
So I chose it because it was something that once it got introduced to me, I started just doing it like on my own and naturally. Like it's crazy. Like I look at the phone and then I look at my computer and I leave my phone and go to the computer because that's where I do my music. So it's something that I just do naturally. Like it's like a magnet. I wake up and I'm like, here we go. Other than that, yeah. I love it though. It's something I love and I don't get tired of it. That's why I do, like I said, I'm a chameleon. I do everything. So I can't get tired of it. And something about music is it's hard to tell people this, but it's not only just music. It's like literally your style, music, how you promote yourself, marketing. So it's like it's something that never gets old. Every day you got something that's new, you know? So I like that. Something that doesn't get tired, you don't get bored.
How long have you been making music for?
Okay, so I started 2018 and we're in 2020. So, but I went to school, so I kind of got deep with it, you know? It wasn't just like, oh, I like music. Like, I like music, I gotta learn. Like, before I used to tell the people in the studio, I used to be like, yo, can you make sure you put that echo, instead of telling people like, yo, make sure you put that reverb. So like now I really know details, like, you know, stuff that people just don't know, you know, unless you search it up or go to school or, you know, pick up on it like that.
Talk to us about some of Papikaiser's stronger qualities.
I'm outgoing, I'm easy to work with. I'm not, you know, I keep the ego to the floor, like that's not needed when you're working with me. So it's like, you know, I'm very like, I'm that guy, like, you know what's up, I'm friendly, I'm like loving. I don't be in that shell, like I don't have to act like anything, I'm just me. And if you like me, bro, we're cool. And if you don't, like I got things to do. I'm focused, you already know. So.
Does Papikaiser does Papikaiser have any weak qualities?
Honestly, at the moment, man, nah. That's something that through time, like when you start, you're gonna have weaknesses, and like I'm it's like 3 years now I'm in the game, so like I kind of know. So what I want to do is like keep like learning more, like gaining more knowledge, because in the game it's all about knowledge. If you don't have it, you're gonna start asking people, and they could be telling you stuff that's not real. So you gotta really do it on your own, figure it out. So it's like finding the keys. Like I said, it's something that doesn't get old. You gotta figure something, like, okay, I got my music, I know I make good music, I got my lyrics, okay, my video's fire, okay, oh, promotion, now I gotta learn this. And you just gotta figure it out. It's something that just, you don't get bored. A guy like me, man, let's just say like, I wanted to be like a mechanic, I would get tired of that. That's the same day, I mean, it's the same thing, you know? This is just like different gimmicks, different ways to do it. Something that I'm not gonna forever get tired of.
So you started 2018 on your career as an artist. When did you discover your passion for music?
Alright, so I went to school, 2018 I was in Sullivan, and I met these kids and they were spitting bars, and like it went in a circle, and I was in the circle, so they're like, oh, you gotta go, and I was just like, oh, I don't really do this. They're like, alright, whatever, do it. So I did it, and I was actually the worst one in the circle. But it was my first day, nobody knew that, so I was like, everybody's laughing and stuff. And from that day, I was like, yo, I like this, it's competition. And like, I like that, like, you know? You like knowing if you're the best out of the bunch. So like, I don't know, it was something that like, I liked. But I also liked it in the sense of like I speak Spanish. So I was like, yo, I could really do this multiple ways, you know?
What are some of PK's goals?
Okay, so one of my goals is really to tour, but I want to go like worldwide, hit China, hit Japan, hit everything, like anything, India, we're out everywhere. Like, I don't know, I want to really see everything for what it really is. I want to live it.
In 2020, obviously the pandemic came about. Any goals that you may have had for yourself at the top of the year, were you able to accomplish them, or were they derailed by the pandemic?
Okay, so the pandemic only hurt me in the sense of performance. You know, like I had stuff lined up and I couldn't do it, obviously, because you couldn't do it because of the pandemic and the COVID situation. But other than that, everything else, I dropped my first EP. I really didn't have an EP. 2019, I was just doing singles, so I dropped an EP with Cilla Ramos. We dropped La Mezcla. Geo helped us a lot with it. He did the beats, did the mixing. So I don't know. I did pretty much what I had to do this 2020. For 2021, I just gotta go crazy, like, you know, really show like me now. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do.
Oh, it's nice because you walked me into the next question. What are your plans for your next album, EP, single? What can we expect from PK in 2021?
Basically, I want to make music that you just move your head to. Like, I'm sorry, and by what I mean by that, like the beats I pick now are just gonna be specifically for your head to be like, dang. So now I just have to put the bars there, and that's it. So basically, 2021 is gonna be the year for the club, dembow, and a lot of like Spanglish. I want to kind of show the world like how you really do this. So
when it comes to music that you find great, what do you consider makes a great song? Like, what elements do you look for?
Everything matters. Everything. Like, you gotta be detailed. Like, details is everything. Cause look, a musician can see this and a videographer can see this. So basically what I do is I team up with people that have that knowledge. So like, when I do my work, I'm doing it with this guy telling me, oh wow, what do you think about the video? So now while I'm writing, I'm already thinking about the video. So now that's details. So when I come in for the day of the video, I'm like, I'm prepared. Like if I'm talking about glasses, I'm wearing glasses. When I'm talking about Air Forces, I got the Air Forces on. Like you gotta be detailed. That's really what matters. Everything, details.
And as far as you go, what's the most joyful part of making a song?
The most joyful part, man, is really listening to the beat. That's the first thing. That's, unless you acapella king. But yeah, listening to that beat gotta be fire. The beat is really what triggers you to be like, yeah. Or like, alright, I gotta do some things to it.
Speaking of writing to a beat, do you deal with writer's block? Have you dealt with it? Is it frequent? If so, how do you overcome it?
So basically, I've dealt with something, not writer's block, but it's basically like, I like my creative side wants to come in when I'm like tired or want to go to bed, so then I can't go to bed because in my head I'm thinking about these lyrics. So I haven't dealt with writer's block. I feel like you gotta take time for yourself to like hang out, view the world, so that you have things to rap about. You can't just be like every day like oh, this and that. That's not real, bro. You gotta like live your life and talk about that stuff that's really happening, and then people can relate. Because you gotta make music that relates to people. You can't always be about yourself, man. And that's why music is great, because it's a team sport. It's literally no I. I mean, I'm making the music, but you're relating, and now we're like, yeah, somebody feels like me, and that's like, you gotta build it. So you're gonna find the pieces, bro, and it's crazy.
Who is Geo the Architect to you?
Geo the Architect, yo, that's my brother. He is okay. So I'll put this in a great way. So if you watch Kung Fu Panda, you got Panda, and you got Master Shifu, and he's Master Shifu. He's master of all trades. He can do editing. He can do music. He can do videos. He can do just anything. He can rap. The guy's just like architect. Guy of all trades, he has everything. So like, that's how I would describe him.
What's it like for PK to work alongside Geo the Architect?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's good. I feel comfortable. Like, as an artist, bro, you could only create the best by being comfortable, and that's just a fact. If I'm not comfortable, bro, I'm not gonna perform my best. And like when I'm there, bro, I'm creating my comfortable. Like I'm the best, like I feel comfortable, so I'm there like fine and I feel good. So I can say like when I work with him, man, I'm just the most comfortable I could possibly be. I've been in other studios and I'm telling you, like my breathing feels awkward and stuff. Like when I'm around him, I feel good. And it's just like the chemistry. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like chemistry. If you got great chemistry with your producer, yo, you're gonna make some crazy stuff. That's just how it goes.
Making beats, recording, mixing, filming, or editing videos. Geo is greatest at what to you?
Okay. We gotta single out the guy. That's just the question. Okay. All right. So, man, I love the videos. I can say the videos, but the way he makes music, bro, it's just that's him, bro. You can tell that that's what he was doing, and it's crazy, bro. His videos, and when I do my videos, I do it next to him, and I can tell you, videos and like mixing videos and mixing music is almost the same thing, which is crazy. So I'm gonna say music, but he knows he's the GOAT. He got all trades, so can't hate on him.
PK, I know it's a little soon, but you're a long-term thinker as well. When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
I don't know, man. Somebody that really was him, but also helped everybody. Cause you gotta balance that out, man. You can't just be selfish. So like, that's kind of what I want to do with this. Cause there's just a lot of selfishness going on. and that shit just is not cool, bro. Like, why am I gonna show you that I'm eating good and then I know there's other people not eating good? That's just not what I want to do. That's not right. So I kind of want to do the opposite of stuff like that. I want to help out and like also help myself. So, and it's, you know, people are gonna notice, and then they're gonna notice the music because like that's already starting now.
How do you think Papikaiser's music impacts the world now and in the future?
Definitely in a positive way. I got a lot of like young fans, so like it makes me want to do the right thing because I know that I got like young viewers, and like when you have like young viewers, that means like, yo, they looking at your moves, at what you're doing. So you don't know if they want to like apply that to their lifestyle or like, want to mimic you. So like I kind of want to do always the right thing. So with my music, you're not gonna really see a lot of like negative stuff or me saying negative stuff. Even with the topics, like I drop por siempre, that means like I'm doing this forever. I drop music with Cilla Ramos and I just get great feedback, nothing negative. Even with the beats, it's just like you can hear the happiness in the music. And that's just like motivating.
And to conclude, how will your music contribute to your legacy and what role does it play?
Okay, so the music is like, it's how I'm gonna get everything to like really build what I want. And really what I want is like, I wanna like help communities out. Like just help communities. For some reason, that's what my heart actually wants to do, is just help communities. Cause like, to me, that's what a legacy is like leaving something behind, and like I want to help a community, like just multiple communities all around the world. Like I don't know, I just want to help with that. That's what I want to do, just naturally.
If Papikaiser had a superpower, what would it be?
This is tough. I'd be invisible. Yeah. Or the second option is like be a chameleon. Cause it's like the opposite of invisible. Invisible, you can't see me, but when I'm a chameleon, I can blend into anything. So I'm still kind of invisible in a sense. So I don't know. I'm like, it's tough, but those are it. You can see the camel. I like camel. You know, I saw this chair and I was like, yo, I'm coming in ready. So I'm kind of with that chameleon style. I really like that.
And what is a funny thing that happened to you recently?
Something funny that happened to me recently? Okay, so the other day, I was eating with Geo The Architect and my father, and we were leaving the parking lot, right? And for you guys that don't know, I drive a minivan, and we call it the Lamb truck. It's very spacious, and it's fast when you press the gas. So we were leaving we were eating pizza, and we leaving, right? And Geo stops at a red light, and I'm like pressing my brake, and when I press the brake, my car just like skids, and I hit his bumper. And that was the funniest thing ever, because I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's crazy. I hit my own boy. And my dad's with him in the car. So I was like, that's even hilarious. So that really happened recently.
Alright.
Well, luckily it was his car.
Yeah, luckily, that's what I said.
Can you imagine Geo with a guy? We gotta call the cops.
Right, yeah, you want back.
Summer tapes. PK 2020.
Hey, you ain't hit me up till you wanna fuck. And now you getting mad, I don't feel the loss. Tryna chase some money, want the Bentley truck. Cause I ain't find love, baby, not at all. Gotta stay focused when you tryna ball. Man, my city with me, tryna make me fall. Always on my feet, always being boss. You know the ladies notice when they see my car. I got a minivan, not a race car. But man, you know me, I'ma make it fall. I know they see me shine, I'm a shooting star. And when I'm feeling down, I can never fall. I'm trying to grow my money, maybe 6 feet tall. That's when they started call, talking baby love.
I was raised an only child and I never once felt neglected. Visions as a youngin', I thank you, God got the message. Others mention I inspire, yeah really I'm just a vessel. It's a blessing, I'm deliberate on what I give my attention. Okay, I mean I hear you, but I don't feel you.
Reachingnova is a hip-hop based artist. Nova is an acronym for No One's Victorious Alone. Reachingnova is definitely a person for the people, and I'm all for unity.
How would you define your music?
Introspective, definitely thoughtful, sometimes deep. If I could use it in one word, I would say moving, because it doesn't matter if I'm writing about a personal experience that I may have went through in life, or a song like Steady on the Forward, where even though the overall message is just to move forward, there's a bounce to it. So it doesn't have to always be me cramming something deep in your head all the time. You can just kind of let go and let be.
Why did you choose this path and calling as an artist?
Sometimes I feel like it chose me. When I was younger, my mom, she was into modeling and I would be there. So I kind of feel like she was the gateway to the entertainment world for me. My uncle, he brought me into the world of poetry, so from there I would start reading, writing, and then my mom would purchase a lot of music, cassettes, CDs and whatnot. So I was exposed to Madonna, LL Cool J, Gloria Estefan, Mark Anthony, so many different artists, and I gravitated towards it. When I started liking Eminem a lot, Mace, Jay-Z, that's when I started picking the pen up and just going for it.
What are your strongest qualities?
My strongest qualities, I would say, is I do believe I have the ability to connect with any soul on this planet. It doesn't really matter what your walk is or was. I feel like once I was them or you, so I'm able to tap into that and connect. So definitely engagement, connection, writing. I do have strength there. I think because I've been doing it for so long. And being helpful. I think that's a great strength that I have.
And what are your weak qualities?
Weak quality for me is when I'm trying to find and then maintain a balance between career and personal when something heavy happens in my life. I may have a fallout, or there may have been a death in the family, and that emotionally impacts me. It's very difficult for me to find and maintain a balance. That's a weakness for me. So that's something that I'm conscious of and I'm constantly working on.
What are your core values as a music artist?
Integrity. As a music artist, have fun. Being flexible, being open to learn. Boldness, because you do have to get brave sometimes and do things that you wouldn't necessarily do if you're not used to. Being open to collaborations and being open to feedback from people closest to me in my proximity.
Molding your artistic identity, what was it like for you?
Back when I had first started, I'm a victim of the program, right? So in hip hop, they're giving you all these modules and these gangster rappers and these people that you ideally should want to be like. So finding my way out of the program and falling into who I would eventually become, I was kind of like a clone at one point, where it was like I was trying to be like some of my favorite artists, didn't know who I was. then eventually, as I grew as a man, as Mark grew, Reachingnova grew, and from there I would kind of find, all right, well, this is what I like from these guys, but like, you know, that person as a person is nothing like me, and then I started to differentiate everything, and then just pick what I was alike in, but I would mix it in a pot of who I am.
What are your goals as an artist?
Goals as an artist to continue to grow the catalog, because 15 years from now, as you know, me and Architect speak on, when there's 700, maybe 1,000 records that have been accumulated and are streaming, that's going to be good for my family. So definitely expanding the catalog. Also passing down to whomever is willing to be a sponge and just kind of embrace what it is I've gone through or might have to say that could, you know, hey, that's what's around that corner there. You know, take heed to what's going on right now. So definitely some sort of mentorship, catalog growth, mentorship. I'll give you one more goal as an artist. Tour the world. You know, I love to travel. Mark loves to travel. So Reachingnova, being able to kind of carry Mark through those desires and wants is, man, that's an ultimate collaboration.
What were your goals for 2020?
Goals for 2020.
Did you achieve them, or was it derailed from the pandemic?
So, both. All right. A goal I had was I wanted to do a collaborative project with Teemonee. Not just me, but it was something that we had spoke on together over the course of the years. We actually did it. We put it out, and thankfully, just before, you know, the laws and the rules and regulations became mandated for like lockdown, we were able to have the listening party, and you know, Q Betty did the interview. So that was something that was a success. However, we also had a whole plan laid out for the shows we were going to do, and you know, other things, and that of course got derailed because you can't do shows. And then I think in that sense, life happened. You know, people started getting sick around us, and that would affect us, and so then we kind of fell into our own worlds, me especially. But then what it did was it gave me kind of a better idea of what to be ready for 2021. So it was a learning experience. I gained a lot.
And speaking of 2021, what are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish?
I'm gonna retire from music. I'm kidding. Some people were like, yeah. 2021 goals, dropping new music constantly, starting in January, top of the year. Yeah, I have a couple collaborations. You know, I want to work with artists I haven't necessarily worked with yet. Shows ASAP. I'll do a show right now if they open up. I'll perform right here. Okay. Yeah, man, and helping assist V in growing the V The Voice brand as well is important to me, because she's gonna be like this third-party platform that's gonna link business and artists, and me knowing how important that is to my career, to my peers' career, to somebody's career I may not know, but I just know the walk. It's important, and I think that's also something that's gonna long-term be a part of the legacy.
The creative process. What is most important to you? The lyrics of the song or the quality of your voice on the song?
Man, all right. Well, for me, it's gonna be lyrics, because I'm a writer. So for me, that's, you know, if what I can say can shift somebody and make them think or make them feel something, and that for me is the most important thing. However, it sounding good and being packaged the right way helps make it digestible. So I would say lyrics for me, but you know, definitely runner-up would be, you know, the quality and the way things come out.
What do you see lacking in the hip hop or music industry?
Originality. It's kind of like Clone Wars right now. It's been like that for a while. I see like a lot of people on some, oh, well, that's what he's doing, so I'm gonna do it. And that's cool, but he was doing it already. You're nothing really new. It's kind of like when you're going shopping for cereal and you see the off-brand cereal. You're like, I'll just grab the Cocoa Pebbles. It's okay. I'll save the $1.50. Or I won't. I'll spend the $1.50 and I'll get the brand that is known for what it does. I don't want the knockoffs. So originality, integrity, man. There's like a lack of integrity in a lot of business that I see go down around me. You know, if you can't be impeccable with your word and come through when you say you're gonna come through, then don't even come our way, period. That's just vital. It's one of those hand-in-hand journeys, you know. I could just record and do music by myself, but that's just not the reality of the way this works. You need a videographer to shoot your video, these key components, right? So,
If you knew your music career wouldn't last more than 5 years from now, would you still pursue it?
I'd record even more music. I'd double up, double down.
About Geo the Architect. Who is Geo the Architect to you?
Geo the Architect to me, man, there's levels and layers to this. He's a great friend of mine. He's somebody whom I consider a brother. I'm an only child for the most part. I have a half brother. We're not the same age. There's a big gap there. So growing up, it was just me and my friends. And so Architect's fallen into the category of family for me. He's a work partner. In cases, he's a teacher. Many cases, whether it be pointers on recording, whether it be the language of recording or whatever language or whatever we're dealing with at the moment. He's always open to teaching me, showing me how he does something. So, teacher, friend, family, brother, work partner, all of the above.
You make beats with Geo the Architect, I assume.
Yeah.
What's it like making beats alongside of him?
Well, I've made beats with other producers and they've come out terrible. I'll take credit for the terrible part because maybe at that point in my life I wasn't keen on communicating what I may hear inside, and maybe they weren't ready to teach on how I can extract that and bring it to you, and then they can make it happen. So I had difficulties expressing what it is I was actually looking for. So a lot of the production that I've collaborated with other people on I didn't do anything with it. So yeah, when me and Architect make beats together, it's kind of like we just get each other. You know, even when we're sampling a record, a lot of the records we sample, we may have never discussed, but our childhood upbringing, we have a lot of similarities when it comes to taste in music, builds in music.
What the fuck was that? Can you please run that? Did you hear that? That doesn't hit your heart? That's that soul, man. Yo.
Stuff like that. So we get each other without me having to know the lingo and the technicalities of things.
What are your favorite moments with the great Architect when making a song?
We have this thing that, besides the fact that we're joking, like 80% of the time when making anything, we have this thing. It's like kind of like a momentum thing, but whenever something's dope, which is usually the case, we gotta, and he'll snap his wrist, and I can't quite do it yet, but that's one of my most favorite moments because it's just like a confirmation of whatever we're doing. It's a movement right now. It's the vibe. It's the feeling that we're going for. So it's kind of like, oh, we just did it, and I love those moments.
What do you think Geo the Architect's greatest skill is?
Being an architect. I think that whatever he puts his mind to, whether it be videography, directing. I've slowly seen him walk and grow into these roles over the course of the last year especially. And what I've noticed is he's a student to the death, and he's gonna learn and dedicate, and he'll lock himself in the basement and he'll figure it out. He'll go on YouTube University, how do I do this? And he's gonna learn it, and he's gonna be great at it. If I can only choose one though, since it's how me and him initially bonded, it would be making music, producing beats and stuff like that.
Legacy, what does it mean to you?
Not much. I'm just kidding. Legacy. I mean, we've heard a couple of people speak on it, and for the most part, I think they nailed it. It's what we leave behind. And for me, legacy, people might think it's on a smaller note, because for me, it's not a worldwide thing. I don't think I'm trying to blow up and impact the world. I think that I'm just doing what I do, and I impact the worlds around me. And whoever my music or whatever it is I do reaches, then great. And I hope that that can positively impact them as well. The legacy I want to leave is more or less from my family. You know, when I do have kids, I want them to be able to look back at the music videos and be proud of the work, or hear the albums and learn a little bit more about their father or my family or grandchildren, whatever the case may be. So I just go hard now, and I'll let everybody else enjoy it later.
Are you proud of what you've done and where you're at in your life?
100%. 100%. And if you would have asked me that 5 years ago, I would have said the same thing, because I was on the phone with Papikaiser not too long ago, and he went and he told me something. It made me think. And this is something I knew, but it was something that was brought to my attention, and it kind of revitalized. And he was like, we just have to enjoy the journey. So he's right. You know, this moment right here in this interview is something that, let's enjoy it. I think a lot of the time we focus on what's it gonna be like when it's done. We're outcome based, and that's cool, but like, he's right, enjoy it. So yeah, I'm definitely happy, and I look forward to wherever this journey is gonna lead us to.
When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
Being opposite of the world, of what the world tries to make of you. You know, I do my best to be a forgiving person. You know, I do my best to move in love and be loved and be of light. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I definitely mess up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna do my best to hold myself to the standards that I have for myself. So yeah, kindness. I want to be known for being. He was pleasant to work with. He wasn't difficult. He was easygoing. You know, when I'm doing collaborations, I always want it to be 100. You know, I want that person to be just as comfortable as I am. I'm not trying to dominate them. I'm not trying to, oh, I've been doing this longer, I'm better. Nah, let's collaborate and then we move on. So yeah.
If you had one day left to live, how would you spend it?
I would do my best to rally up as many people and family as I can in one room. I would tell everybody how I feel about them. You know, give them their roses, so to speak. And just spend quality time. And you know what? I might jump in that Cilla Ramos session and lay down some bars too, because I gotta put out some music before I go.
Last question. If you were to say a prayer for yourself that would cover the next 5 years, what would it be?
You want me to pray now? Okay. Well, I would say, I'm gonna say, God, constantly rain on me and those that I move with, and light, and love, unity and peace. Protect me and the people that I move with from any distractions, dangers, or anything that may take us off course. And I constantly ask for God's strength, and I pray for discernment, and I pray to just be a better person tomorrow. There's a better me tomorrow, is a better me for you tomorrow. So yeah, just constant growth and protection and love.
Thank you, Nova. Blessed to have you, brother.
That's great.
Yeah, nigga, I dropped an album. Who would've thought I would do this without Malcolm? 2 years later, your boy is really a problem. Interviewers all like, damn, this nigga got it. Ay, interviewers all like, damn, this nigga solid. He's with V when you spot him and still they want him. Initiate what, my nigga, these women on it. Song for song, tell us who's better, can we be honest? Say you keep it 100, homie, but do you promise? Boys tell his soul like he's ready to meet Madonna. Raised in the street, no games, it's really contra. Told Pony wait, a change gon' come upon us. The shit on you when you working and on your way up. Nigga go and say that he made you to get his name up. Get it how you get it, so really I couldn't blame him. An opportunity and it's similar how he came up. Be a fraud isn't exactly how I was raised up. That G-code shit. Lot of money, Mitch niggas on some Rico shit. Funny, eyes open, we focused. Ayy, I done seen it all and done it all. Nah, nigga, I ain't done it all. Sincerely yours. Ayy, I done seen it all and done it all. Nah, nigga, I ain't done it all. Sincerely yours.